y'all doing? Thank you so much for coming. Let me get a little closer so I can talk to y'all right here. My name is Teresa. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you. I hope you decide to stay, subscribe. I would love that. Leave me a comment, share me out, whatever you want to do. It would be amazing. So, hey, how you doing? I hope everything's going good. So, let me jump right into saying this. One thing I love to do is watch movies. And on my channel a couple years ago, I used to review movies a lot. Okay, and I had the green screen behind me, and you would be able to see the picture inside of this review. I don't have my green screen now, so I apologize, but I am working on getting it back. But if you look at the thumbnail, and I have my notes, I am going to be reviewing a Tubi movie that came out in 2022 called I Got a Story to Tell. Okay? I didn't know about this. That's why I'm so late to the game. But my girlfriend, I want to give her a shout out. Hey, Tree. Her name is Teresa, just like mine. She told me to go ahead and check this out. So it has 6 episodes. This is episode 1. Season 1, episode 1. So let me tell you what's a little different about this than other series. Every story, every episode is a totally unconnected story. So this is story number 1. Let me say that instead of episode 1, we're going to say story number 1. So I'm going to review story 1, episode 1. I'm going to review that today, and I'll be back with episode 2. So if you haven't seen it, my advice is to at least go over there, watch it, come back and leave me your comments, because there will be spoilers in this, because it came out in 2022, and quite frankly, everybody should have seen it. Everybody should have seen it by now. So let me jump into this Tubi movie. I Got a Story to Tell. So in episode 1, it opens up with Candy Burris and a couple of other. I love Candy Burris. Hey, Candy. I miss her being on TV too. So send this to her. Candy, get back on TV. But anyway, it opens up with Candy and a couple of other girls all sitting around talking. And Candy Burris is the one pretty much opening up about she got a story to tell about a girlfriend that she had. Then walks in April Jones. Y'all remember April Jones? She's Omarion's baby's mother. You remember her? And then she started dating Tay Diggs. And she's been on Tubi apparently for a long time. Now, I'm just starting to watch Tubi movies, even though it's been on my TV app forever. But this one was good. So that's why I decided I would go ahead and review it. So, opening up the story, it's April in there cooking dinner for her husband, okay? She's always into him. Apparently, she does everything to cater to him. So she's measuring, she's doing it perfect, and she's just so excited that he's coming in so she can show him her piece of art, basically in the love that she put in for cooking the dinner. He walks in the door, he's just standing there. He sits down to eat. He's looking very disinterested, with all the effort and all the work, and she was looking all pretty and stuff. She was really let down by that. I think he told her, I don't even feel hungry. So all that work for nothing. She's always trying to please him. So what he does is he goes on, looking at his phone. He's going into the shower. He told her he's going to go take a shower. So she was in the kitchen, and when he got in the shower, she went ahead and went in the bedroom behind him. She picked up his phone because it was on the dresser, and there was a man's name calling her. Like, what? So she's looking at the phone saying, what is he texting her? You know what I mean? It's saying something like, I miss you or whatever. So now she's realizing in that moment, he's always distant from me because he's on the download. There's a man calling him. So she decided, instead of like other women that you would just be like, oh, what is this? And, instead of going off, she said she's going to fight for her marriage, and she ain't letting nobody come in and take her man. So she decides to step it up as a wife. She gets in the shower, tries to give him something to remember. If you know, April Jones is real pretty. So she get in the shower behind him. She's kissing on him, about to make it do what it do. So she's trying to get him all worked up in the shower, and he's into it. He's into it. They make their way to the bedroom, and when they're in the bedroom, he stopped her and said he's tired or something. Don't quote me verbatim, but he either said he's tired, he doesn't feel like it, or something like that. She reacted, very upset. Like, basically, you don't see this? You don't see me? What do you mean? So she got off of him and she was a little bit pissed off. And he went on and left out of the room. So at that point, April was sitting there and she was thinking to herself, I got to do something to spice up this marriage because I have no plans to lose my husband to nobody. That's her mindset. I was thinking, man, that is crazy. Instead of doing the opposite and saying F him or whatever, she's going, oh, yeah, that's what we doing. I'm going to figure it out because nobody's going to get my man. So she's trying to think. So some days go by. She starts talking to him. She told him, come on over here, have a seat. He comes and have a seat. She said, I thought of something that we should do. And he's like, oh, what is that? And she said, well, I think we need to maybe spice up the marriage a little bit. I want to make you happy. So, are you game? He said, what do you got in mind? She said, I think that we ought to have a little fun. Let's bring in another woman. So that's a man's dream, baby. So of course he was like, are you sure? He tried to play coy, like, are you sure? Oh boy, you know you want that. So she said, yes, I'm sure. I think we need to spice up this marriage because nothing's going to keep me from making this work. So he said, okay, if it's what you want, if it's what you want. So they go on and they master a plan so that they can go to the club and pick a woman. So they go on to the club. There's beautiful women everywhere. They're coming in. She's picking women, and he's going, no, no, that's not my type. And she said, okay, then you pick one. So he picked some girl. It's almost like the room stopped and the hair was blowing in the wind. And he picked, a random girl. So he pointed at the girl and said, what about that one? She said, okay, we'll go over there and get her. Bring her over here. So he goes over. He gets the girl, invites her over. April kind of gets into the conversation and tells her, would you be interested of coming home with us? We just looking to have a little fun. So he started talking to her too. Yeah, you should try it. She said, oh, I never did this. So she agrees. They go to their house. They go to April in his house. Well, her name is Shantae on the show. I keep saying April. I'm sorry, y'all. Her name is Shantae on the show. So Shantae they decide to go on back to the house. So they're in the room. They're pulling off their clothes. They're all over each other. Shantae is kissing on her husband. The random girl is kissing on her husband. He's making love to her. He's making love to her. He's living a man's dream. So at one point, Shantae goes down to the floor. She's leaving the girl up there being a horse person. Anyways, this ain't for kids. She's doing her thing, okay? So Shantae gets down for a minute and she notices that the girl's phone, was it the girl's phone? Oh, oh, it might have been. Oh, it might be. Yeah, I think she noticed the girl's phone and seeing that the name that was coming up on her husband's phone was actually that girl. So in that moment, she realized, oh my God, he's not down low. This is the girl that he's been messing with. So almost she started thinking, they're playing me. He pretended like it's a random girl, and it's a girl he's been dealing with for God knows how long. So now she's like really upset. And in her mind, she's disconnected from the whole threesome now. She tries to get through it. The girl goes home, whatever. So her and the husband a few days later, and he was saying how much he loves her now, and he thinks that the marriage could work. As before he was giving her the cold shoulder, but now that she did the let's liven up the marriage, he's feeling her again, if that makes sense. So she told him one day she said she's gonna do something special for him. So he was like, okay. So one day he came home and there was a card on the table and it told him directions to go to the store where they met. So he went to the store where they met, which is some kind of hardware store, and there was another card, almost like scavenger hunt. So he grabbed that card, looked at the directions, got an Uber, and went to the place that is set on the card. So the Uber driver pulls up to a random house that he did not recognize. So he says to the Uber driver, "Are you sure this is where I'm supposed to be? Like, I don't know this house. And the guy said, well, this is what's in the directions. This is what was told to me to bring you here. So he said, okay, he's figuring I'm going to go along with the game. Who knows if there's another threesome in this house, So he gets out. He has all the stuff that it says on the list. He goes in. He's looking for her. There's flowers everywhere. There's flowers like a little trail. So he's following a trail going, Shantae, Shantae. He's calling her. So he gets to the top of some basement stairs. He looks down. Shantae is there standing like this, like a sexy model with lingerie on, see-through lingerie. Basically, do you like what you see? And he was like, okay, Shantae, what's going on? Whose house is this? I don't think I want to play this game anymore. And she said, no, 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 no. I'm gonna keep it spicy. We're gonna keep this going. So come on down. He comes down. She gets him in the bedroom. I think she tied him up or handcuffed him or something. And he's laying there, like kind of stuck or going with his hands up, handcuffed, saying, "Okay, Shantae, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this. I think we ought to cut the games." And she said, "No, no, no. We're just getting started. Stay there." So she calls in some people that she had there. And I'm trying to think, was he blindfolded? I don't think so. So she calls in, and all of a sudden, in walks two females. He's sitting in the bed, handcuffed, looking like, what the hell is going on? She's standing there like a boss in the middle of the two girls. Honey, do you recognize them? And he's looking, one was the girl that she had the threesome with that he played her and act like it was a random girl. And another one was a girl that he used to mess with as well. So he had the girls say whoever they were and what their relationship is with him. And so he's sitting there going, Shantae, let me go. Why are you playing this game? This ain't funny. What are you doing? What are you doing? So now he's getting a little scared because she's sitting up there like, so you were screwing her? You were screwing her? Oh, yeah? Okay. Okay. So how long did you know him? How long did you know him? Whose house is this? So she's standing there, and then now it's going from being cute and sexy to feeling psychotic. He's begging her to stop. Just let him loose. Let the girls go. Like, please, I don't know what this is. Stop. All of a sudden, okay, baby. So, spoilers. Like I said, everybody should have watched this. This is old. So, she's standing there, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 bang. She shoots them both in the head, like pop, 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 like a true psycho. And I thought April did such a good job playing this role. She killed the girls right there. She killed them. Like, what else can you say about it? So he's like, oh, she lets him loose. He comes over there and he bends down to the girl that he's in love with, which is the one they had a threesome with, because that's the one he's been liking for a long time. That's the one he had a full relationship with. And that was her house, but apparently he's never been there because he didn't know the house. So, anyways, he gets down there and says, Shantae, don't do this. And he's like holding the girl, trying to stop her from bleeding. She's on the floor dying. And she's going, oh, don't worry. I didn't do this. You did. Remember, you came in with the tools and the Uber driver who seen you. You're the last person that was seen in this building, in this house. She said, so now you get to be with your people. So don't worry, you're going to serve the time for this, or something to that effect. It was so devious and so crazy. And she walks out of the room with him crying at the feet of the ladies that he had relationships with. She left him like that. And he was sitting there crying, knowing that they're going to pin this murder on him. And she left. Boom. That was the end of that story. I thought it was super interesting. I hope y'all found this interesting. And now I'm going to be moving on. Next video is going to be season 1, episode 2, a whole different story. So stay tuned here and we're going to get into the next one. Let me know in the comments, what do y'all think? Did you find this interesting? Do you like the movie reviews? Let me know. If there's something you want me to watch, you want me to review it, let me know in the comments, okay? So I hope if you got to the end and watched this fully, that you have subscribed and became family with me. I would really, really, really appreciate it. Love y'all and have a good day. Bye. Stay tuned for the next one, episode 2.